I am Viona Alexander-Smith, Director of Information and Communication. Now, over the past 2 weeks, the public was informed that as part of the government stimulus package in response to COVID-19 and the economic challenges that have been faced by some individuals across the island, the government will be providing COVID-19 support for those affected. This program is currently being implemented by the Social Services Department. Here to provide further details is the Parliamentary Secretary with responsibility for social services, Honorable Veronica Dorsette Hector. Good morning to you, and how have you been keeping in all of this?
I have been keeping pretty well, but extremely concerned. As I was coming through the door, I saw Basil, my schoolmate, and we had to be giving each other feet, yards, and inches. And that is because we both want to be responsible citizens. We couldn't greet and hug as normal or even get closer for our morning greeting. But that is because of the seriousness of what we are confronted with. I am extremely concerned, and although I didn't come to speak to that this morning, I would wish to remind persons of a few things our Premier highlighted in his previous address. And we must recognize that presently Montreal has 11 persons who have tested positive. This is a very high number for our population size. If it were the days when we had 10,000 persons, Montreal would have had the highest rate of corona infections in the Caribbean if we had that number, based on how it's looked at. Many of you are not happy, and we do understand, but at this moment, we are now faced with community transmission. That is, it's not coming from outside, but it is within our community, and we therefore must do everything that we can to prevent the spread. Our quarantine numbers have also increased, which means that we are at a greater risk. Which makes it also more difficult to trace. What I'm also noticing, which is of great concern, is that persons are still finding time to visit each other during the exercise period. Exercise is extremely important for your mental and physical well-being, and also to assist us in dealing with this virus if we were to be attacked. Therefore, let us not abuse it. We need to protect each other and our households. You are not allowed to go to exercise, whatever form you choose, with anyone outside of your household. Please, I am seeing persons who are mixing their households. You're putting yourself and your household at risk. I also acknowledge, something I would come to later, that we have not mandated the use of masks. And as a government, we cannot do that even if we wanted to at this time, because we do not have masks to give. This is not the scenario like the volcanic crisis, when Montserrat was perhaps one of the countries that was demanding the use of masks and the need for masks, so we were able to source that. In the meantime, I would encourage you, if you have access to masks, please use that, or your scarf or your bandana, triple wrap it and tie it around your nose, your face, and protect yourselves. I'm also aware that persons are doing homemade ones, and I encourage that. Please ensure that those are at least 3 pieces of material to ensure. Now, I am not advocating that. I am encouraging. This is not the government of Montreal speaking. This is Veronica Dorsette Hector, who is concerned about you, my people. So please let us work together, exercise, but protect yourself and your household. Our Premier explained that we must practice our social distancing and stay-at-home methods because we want to reduce the transmission of the virus. Simply put, the spread of your virus. And I am supporting my Premier and the team, will need to put in place any draconian measures that need to be implemented because your health is our number one priority. I reiterate our Premier's words, let us be safe than sorry. Please let us act on the side of caution and wisdom. We can do this together. Another issue that you must also realize is the major problem we have in detecting persons who are not showing symptoms. The medical term being asymptomatic. So let's just put it simply, you're not showing symptoms, they may be mixing with us and others and just might be COVID-19 positive. Because they're not showing symptoms, they will unknowingly infect large portions of the population, and hence one of the reasons why we have taken such a drastic step to go on lockdown. Clearly, if we were able to do large-scale testing in Montserrat, we may be able to relax some of these measures. But until then, we must maintain our measures and keep each other safe. Once we get large-scale testing, which our ministry is working on, is high on the agenda, then we can perhaps see where we can go in lessening the stringency of our measures. Regionally and internationally, on any front that they can, the health team is working extremely hard and has received enormous support from our regional counterparts in trying to acquire a testing machine and testing kits. I want to salute them this morning, as well as all the other essential workers who are doing everything in their power to keep us safe and also to keep the country moving. Our farmers, for example, I don't want to name sectors or persons, but some of us are saying there are persons who are out there. But lockdown does not mean that we lock down everything. If we were to do that, our country would come to a standstill and we would be in great financial, social, mental, and physical difficulty, because once we come out of lockdown, then things will not work. For example, the workers from MUL, they must get out there to work and ensure that we have electricity. Those who are dealing with the water systems, they must be testing our water systems to ensure that that too is not contaminated, not by COVID, but by other infections. They must keep on protecting us. So there's really a need for persons to be out there.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Hector, for those words, those opening remarks there, as you would have, of course, reiterated some very important points and key messages that persons need to continuously remember, and we continue to encourage full compliance from all. Now, let us shift focus now to the purpose of our interview this morning. As I would have mentioned in my introduction, we are speaking today regarding the support that will be offered through the Social Services Department to provide assistance to those impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic in terms of the measures that would have had to be implemented and how that has affected one's ability to earn and so forth. So, first of all, can you outline the type of assistance being provided by the Social Services Department?
Yes, I will certainly do that. We have embarked. But perhaps let me just take you back a little bit. I'm not controlling the interview. Because there seems to be a lot of confusion out there. There are a number of different COVID-19 relief packages or programs. Some of these, for example, which you would have heard about, the direct financial support to tourism industry. We'll also look at the construction industry, direct financial support to other businesses and their employees, the self-employed in the lower income brackets, and the unemployed. And of course, we have our direct food assistance to the vulnerable, which brings us to our COVID-19 social benefit support package. Each of those packages will be dealt by different ministries, and when they are ready for rolling out, they certainly will inform you. So please do not get anxious, do not panic that you are not included. We are about people and looking after people, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers. We know that you are suffering, even our civil servants who do receive pay, that they are struggling even before that, and COVID has made it very difficult. So we are here to support. Our social benefit support package. Now, we have extended, firstly, our Meals on Wheels service, and this service is extended to any identified persons who would benefit from a hot meal given to them. So if you're aware of any person who can benefit from this program, please call the social services number. I will give you that number. So get your pens and papers and phones ready, because I am going to be providing you with numbers. Then we have another service developed, medication collection and delivery service. And there is need to support our vulnerable in obtaining their medication. The Social Services Department and the Montserrat Red Cross volunteers have been assisting persons to collect their medication. Where it's possible, the pharmacy will provide a 3-month supply. Again, this is also an effort to reduce contact among our residents. We also have the Red Cross delivery service to vulnerable persons, but others too can utilize this service, which involves going to the supermarkets, that is when they're opened, and collecting your groceries, which you will pay for, and then they will deliver your shopping back to you. One of our main focuses has also been upon our children. We were very concerned about them, those who normally come from a vulnerable family and who have been on our school lunch program. And so we have provided food packages to enable them to prepare food for themselves and their families. These packages also include cleaning materials, as we want to keep them safe. This program is ongoing and will be for a 3-month period. We will then assess whether we need to continue. We also have our care packages, which consist of food and, again, cleaning supplies. This effort is coordinated by the Director of Social Services and her staff, and is supported by the Royal Montserrat Defence Force and the Red Cross. The Red Cross provides support in transportation, delivery, packing, and administrative support. The Royal Montserrat Defence Force assists with packing, transportation, delivery, logistics, among other services, and there are other volunteers supporting the effort. The food items were purchased by the government of Montserrat, and the list of food items was developed with multi-stakeholders' input. I also want to share that this monthly food package is also for 3 months in the first instance. Applicants will do a registration form, and I will share with you the criteria for this package. And these are single low-income earners, that is, those who receive less than $900, which is our normal social welfare payment. We also have large families, but who are also low-income earners, vulnerable family whose children, as I mentioned before, are on the lunch program, persons in quarantine, unemployed persons as well, where there is no income coming in, and all persons, irrespective of nationality, who meet these criteria can apply. We must remember that we're all in this together, and so we have to support each other.
Now, you spoke of the eligibility or criteria for the care package. Yes,
That's right.
You would have mentioned the single low-income earners, etc.
Yes.
In terms of the other areas under this program, is there a specific criteria that individuals must meet?
Yes, I am going to speak now with our monthly unemployment benefit assistance. All right, this again is because we care about people. It is necessary because of the current lockdown. A number of our key persons who would generally undertake casual labor, seasonal work, or were unemployed will need a means to provide for their basic needs. In these cases, we will offer a basic unemployment benefit of approximately of $900 at this time for the next 3 months. In the first instance, this is not a permanent package. It is only for the first 3 months, and then it will also be assessed. The persons applying will complete a registration form. I have a copy of it here. We will speak to that a little later. And this package is available to persons who are registered as self-employed, persons who are registered as self-employed, persons who lost their job or income after the 27th of March lockdown, persons who were unemployed before the 27th of March lockdown and they have no income coming in. At the moment, we have not established a deadline for applications, but persons who need any of these services may apply online at social services, that is SOCSERV@gov.ms. So let's have that again, SOCSERV@gov.ms. And they will complete that application form. Now that form, you are not being assessed when you complete the form. The form will be passed on to the necessary team who will do the assessment and then get back to you. For those who do not have access to online services, our telephone numbers are 491-3895, 491-3895, 491-5307, 491-5307, 495-3895, 495-3895, 495-7471, 495-7471, and that will be between the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But we are also offering an evening and weekend service. So during the evening, these are the numbers, these are the numbers that you will contact: 495-5307, 495-5307, 495-5308. That would be between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. The last number, we are still seeking to help where we can. We can only offer one number at this time as a free phone number, and that is the 495-5308 number. I trust I have that correct.
Okay, so I just want to reiterate that last number, 495-5308, and you're saying that this is a free call, so persons who call this number would not be charged.
Yes, let me.
Okay,
and I will double check that number again just before I leave the studio to ensure that we have not had any changes. If we had, we will correct it. Remember, I am seeking to eliminate the confusion that may exist out there. I don't want you to be confused. Just listen, and we will bring the information for you from time to time. Right. No sector will be left behind.
In terms of, you went through the application process, how persons should apply. You mentioned the online platforms, the numbers to call. How long will it take from the time of application submission or making that phone call? Would persons have to wait to receive assistance from the Social Services Department?
With respect to the care package, that is the one that contains our food and cleaning supplies, we are seeking to do that within 1 day of your call. So you call today and we will process that and have your package for you the next day. With respect to the financial package, and this is only one of them, remember, this is for our low income clients. This have not yet been agreed. Once everything is in place, you will receive a call and you will know that your finances is ready for collection. Okay, and our form, we didn't go through it. We've collected some information, and that also entails taking your bank account number. We have your address, and we have your telephone numbers. We have the category of monthly income before the 27th of March 2020. We have another section for employment status, again before, after March 27, 2020. We have your address, we have email, mobile number, home number. We have as well identity numbers, your driver's license, social security, passport numbers, and we have your names and marital status, male or female, and your address. So we do have collected quite a bit of information. If there's any need for further information to process the applications, we will get back to you or make an announcement on the radio. I certainly truly want to allay any fears or concerns. We will come and communicate to you if we need anything. We did this form, Mrs. Smith, to avoid persons having to complete the form twice. It is also to utilize our resources as best as we can. It's a very frustrating time for persons, and we really understand, and we want to make the process as simple as possible. It's not about numbers, it's not about statistics, it's about people. This government truly cares about the people of Montserrat, and I want them to know when you're asked to complete the form, it's not to get into your business, it's truly to assist you. We want to assist you, and as quickly as possible. So I encourage you to work with us.
As a follow-up to that, Mrs. Hector, you would have spoken about the form and the application process using the form. So just to ensure that persons are completely clear, those who would have called the Social Services Department already, when the form is now uploaded online, they do not then need to go and apply again.
Not for the low-income groups. And what we did on the form, we took the numbers as we speak. Some adjustment is being made. But the figures that we took were $3,200 as the maximum monthly income. So we would have had that information already, and we can pass that on to the teams.
Right. So the maximum income is $3,200, yes?
That's what we have currently.
But
should that change, that's what we took, but should that change, then what we'll do, if you are outside that, we will then move you to the next bracket, because we also have for your employment status and where you are, you will say whether you were self-employed, who your employer is, and you will tell us exactly what profession you're in. So once we have that form,
right,
we can pass that on to the team. For example, if you're outside that bracket, when we check, then we can pass that on. You'll just need to call us and we can pass it. But based on what you said, we can just pass it on immediately to the team, who is going to do the assessment I want to make it very clear that what we are currently doing is not our normal welfare package. Please understand that. It is not our welfare package. This is COVID relief social support. It's very important that our clients understand that. So it's not a matter that we are means testing you. We are assisting. We are seeking to assist in this case. We also recognize that some persons are out of pocket and the income benefit that we are arranging have not yet been paid. And so we have been assisting with food packages in that area. Up to the 14th, we had 340 that we issued. That's 340 households. And since then, we received approximately another 80, and we are seeking to deliver to all of those persons. Okay, the last two numbers that I gave you as well are also our weekend numbers. The last two, which are our 495-5307 and our total free number, 495-5308, are our weekend numbers. And you can also get us on those numbers if there's an emergency.
No, I still need to clarify because I'm getting an indication that persons may not be completely clear with this point here. There are individuals who would have already started to call the social services department who would have indicated that they require assistance. What we need to be clear on is whether or not they have to still apply using the form once the form comes online, or that conversation would have counted as the application for whatever assistance at that time.
We can use the form that these persons who know they have completed a form for the low income bracket, only the low income bracket. Okay, that is persons who would receive approximately $900 per month. That's the low income bracket. Outside of that bracket, then there would be another process for that. So we can pass this on to the team that is going to assess those persons in the low income brackets in particular.
Now, I note, of course, there are several support areas under the benefits support package program. Now, you would have spoken about the medication collection, extended Meals on Wheels program, food packages, monthly unemployment benefit assistance, and so forth. Can persons apply for multiple types of assistance?
Once the care package, once you start receiving your payment, you will not be able to access the care package.
Okay, so
at the moment, we are fully aware of the challenges persons are confronted with. One, they're unemployed. Number two, with the lockdown. So there are some persons who will get the 900 and we will give them the food package. Okay, that will not in any way stop you from accessing your the unemployment assistance. Okay, I don't want to give it a name because we're trying our best to keep away from mixing terms and confusing persons. So this is going to be a small amount of money, as many of you might be saying, but what we're seeking to do is to help you during this time. This is not a permanent arrangement. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Can two or more individuals submit an application from within the same household?
For the food package, there is only one household. We treat it as one household. Our form will take the size of the household. So we have the head of the household, whoever that person is, male or female, the number of persons under age 18 years of age, and the adults. So when we prepare the package you get for a family with children or 3 adults will be different to a single person package. So in terms of this is just for the one. But we know that although you may live in a household, you can also lead independent lives, and so you may have more than one person who was working in that household. Okay.
As it relates to the financial support, How will the assistance, that type of assistance, be delivered to the individuals? Is it by cash, check, or direct transfer into the individual's bank account? How will that be facilitated?
In order to social distances, to enforce that, it is highly likely that what we're going to do, because we've taken bank details, we will send it to the bank account to reduce that. If we know that the banks are also not as active as normal, so if changes need to be made to accommodate payment, we will do what is necessary to ensure that the persons who have applied receive payments.
You would have mentioned that the food packages and the care packages program, those two are for 3 months in the first instance.
Yes.
Now, is it that the food packages are given to a household on a weekly basis or monthly basis?
The food package is a monthly basis.
So it's one food package
per month.
For
the next 3 months.
Okay.
The same applies for the payment.
For the payment.
It's going to be on a monthly basis for this particular payment. Remember, we're speaking about this one.
Right. So it's a one-off payment for the month, and it's a one-off food package for the month. And it can be for a period of 3 months.
3 months in the first instance.
Right. So that is very clear there. In terms of persons who would have applied during this period, obviously you would have mentioned that after the 3 months an assessment will be done and then a determination will be made as to what happens thereafter. Should it be decided that this service continues beyond the 3 months, can persons then reapply after this initial first phase, or would their application still be valid and extended? How does that work?
At this point, we have not determined whether we would seek to have persons reapply. We will need to cross-reference to ensure that they are not on the income support list and are already receiving money. So once we can ascertain that, then we will continue. If not, those who were perhaps not receiving care packages then and have now come to a point where they do need, then they would have to apply again. But once we have the names and we can certify that they are not in receipt of another benefit, then we will continue that package to them, or that their circumstances have not changed and they're perhaps a person, because of how things are going, who could return to their normal work and receive an income.
Has any sort of financial assistance been provided to date?
To date, no financial assistance has been paid, and hence why we have really extended it even outside what we consider to be the low-income earners, because persons are out there without money, the shops are closed, and we need to ensure that our people can eat.
Right. At this point, Mrs. Hector, I'm going to ask you to go over the COVID-19 Social Benefits Support Package and all the various elements of that package and how persons can apply as it relates to the various services being provided through the Social Services Department. And of course, they're collaborating in some instances with partner agencies.
Okay. So we have Meals on Wheels service being extended to any person who can be identified as in need of this service. And again, you use the same numbers. All of the numbers that we have can be used for all of our services. Okay? Then we have our medication collection and delivery service. Again, you use the same numbers. Our Red Cross delivery service, open to vulnerable persons and other persons in the community, which is picking up your shopping for you, which you will pay for, and they will have that delivered to your home. Our care package, which includes food and cleaning supplies, again, the same numbers. You contact us, and for persons who wish to have the care package, you will complete the short form, application or registration form, and that is for single low-income earners, large family low-income earners, vulnerable family whose children are on the lunch program list, persons in quarantine, and persons who are unemployed. All persons, irrespective of nationality, can apply once they meet the criteria. Our next package, which is the monthly unemployment benefit, which is for our low-income earners. And this one as well, you will complete the application form, and it is for persons who are registered as self-employed, persons who lost their job or income after the 27th of March lockdown, persons who were unemployed before the 27th of March lockdown, so they have no income coming in. And the telephone numbers that you can call are 491-3895, 491-5307, 495-3895, 495-7471. And in the evening and on weekends or in an emergency, 495-5307, 495-5308, and those numbers go from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The last number, 495-5308, is our free phone number. And we have sought to improve our service to the clients by engaging more drivers, more vehicles. And we, as you have seen, we have extended our telephone or increased our telephone lines and our hours of work. And to facilitate us, please keep your telephone close to you and ensure that you answer the calls, because when we do call, it is really for us to get direction as to where to your house to deliver the package. Remember, Montserrat does not have house numbers except for Lookout. And in some cases, the persons who are delivering may not know you personally, so they need to have direction to get to your home.
Mrs. Hector, I want to thank you very much for speaking with me today about this very important topic in terms of support being offered to those who are affected by the COVID-19 situation from a financial or economic standpoint, and the services, of course, being provided by the Social Services Department. At this point, your final thoughts as we wrap up.
Thank you for having me. My brothers and sisters, this is a very difficult time for all of us. The coronavirus pandemic is a global challenge, including the procurement of equipment, medicine, and masks. The government of Montserrat is not in any way seeking to keep masks from you, our people. The circumstances, as I explained before, is not the same as during the volcanic crisis when we were one of the few countries that had a demand for masks. Had we have sufficient masks, we would have given those to you. And I'm encouraging you personally to please, where you have masks, do use them. However, we are using all of our contacts to source additional masks. I sincerely express my appreciation for those who have been cooperating and complying with the restrictions. As the Premier has pointed out, your health and your safety is our primary concern. God has been extremely merciful to us when we reflect and look at what is going on in the world. Many of us here have lost family and friends abroad. The government of Montserrat sympathizes with and extends deepest condolences to all. We indeed hurt with you and the world when we see the pain, the ravages on lives and families, mass graves, no opportunities for goodbyes, and laying loved ones to rest together, mourn together as we do normally. We are separated by COVID in our grief and in our pain. Such loss. But my brothers and sisters, let us be still. Be still, my brothers and sisters, and let us continue to seek God's face and mercy. Cooperate and work together. Be considerate of others. Let it become a habit to check and see how our neighbors are doing especially if they live alone. Even if you're not on speaking terms, as Mommy used to say, let bygones be bygone. But do not go to their homes. If you think that they're in need of help, please call our social services numbers. The road ahead is going to be long and challenging for all of us, as individuals and as a nation. We are required to be more prudent, to cut and contrive, as the old people used to say. This situation is almost like wartime. Things will go scarce, but we will make it. We can see what is happening around us and in the UK at this time. My brothers and sisters, it's not going to be easy. We're going to make our sacrifices together. We're here to support and to help each other. We care as your government. We feel, we understand your pain, your frustration. Your government cares about you. Brothers and sisters, youths and children, you too are included. We're all in this together. Together we can and we will overcome. The Lord God being our help and our strength. Let us work together and build our community, keep each other safe. God bless and keep us all, and God bless this nation of Montserrat.
Listeners, you just heard the voice of Parliamentary Secretary with responsibility for social services, Honorable Veronica Dorsette Hector, bringing us to an end of our discussion, our interview here this morning on Radio Montserrat. Thank you all for listening. Take care.